For daily ask Reddit, flight attendants of Reddit, what happens when you suspect people of having sex in the bathroom of the plane, and how often does that happen? It doesn't happen much at all. Way too cramped. Unless you luck out on a mostly empty plane. That's what I've heard too. Still feel like there must be some interesting stories lol. Words to tell? She went in first, I followed with a knock. It was cramped, so not a lot of foreplay. I came and she didn't 5/10 would do again. No one noticed though. Mile high is overrated. Now, mile long is where it's at. We had the room to ourselves, and we're going at it somewhere between Poland and Germany. Plenty of room in the cushions on modern German wagons. Just as we were finishing, we pulled into a half-full station. The onlookers moving fast first, but slowly locking on questionably to our position as we finished. Pants up and casual before anyone, except us, came on the train. Pilot here. Once heard our senior cabin crew bang the door and shout in her thick Irish accent, "If I'm not getting any, used to sure as hell aren't. Get out and sit down." Edit. My most liked comment is about customers doing the nasty in the loo. Great. I fly for a really big international airline, so I had chance to see people from all over the world. Still, I can say it doesn't happen that much. What happens / how I react depends on the flight, passengers and their previous attitude. Mostly, I just knock the door and mind my own business if they don't disturb others. The main problem is in case of emergency or sudden turbulence, lovebirds will almost certainly get hurt, and there is no way I can explain to the company how I let it happen. Nobody wants to do it for that minor thing, but on paper, the passengers can be picked up by airport police and charged even. I caught two little people having sex in the photo booth at my bar. We had to lift them out by hand because they were so drunk. They were completely naked. I was in the women's bathroom once and there was two very large women trying to have sex in a cubicle. I think one tried to lift the other up, but they ended up breaking the entire cubicle. Door fell off and the cubicle walls collapsed. There was a long line of ladies waiting to go, and I've never heard a women's bathroom so quiet. We were all gobsmacked, apart from the woman who had a wall fall on her. They sheepishly climbed over the rubble and hauled ass. Serious answer: not very often. How do we react? It depends. If they are first class passengers, you pretend you don't see. I once had a couple ask me if they both could use it together. Confused, I asked why. He gave me a wink and said it is on their bucket list. This couple was in their late 50s. I informed him only one person is allowed inside at any given time, and if I see them enter together I would have to stop them. However, I will be leaving for 15 minutes now. They did the deed and thanked me. I'm all about helping people tick off their bucket lists. Not a flight attendant but a pilot. I've been flying for a few years and luckily haven't had anything of the sort. Close saint I've personally had was a flight attendant get unwelcome touches from a drunk passenger. It's mildly satisfying having charges pressed and the customer service folks informing that passenger who had hundreds of thousands of miles and enormous status with the airline lose all of that and banned from flying with us on top of it all. Everyone forgets that cabin altitude of airliners is 6-8k feet and the light mild hypoxia means alcohol affects you significantly more than on the ground. It doesn't happen that often because the lavatories are gross and you should never touch anything or you will get chlamydia and die. Also, maybe it's just me, but since no one looks at the occupied sign, if whoever is in there remembers to lock it at all, I instinctively tell people there's someone in there whenever they approach. So it's possible people have tried and I unwittingly kill the mood. And then they have to stand in my galley in utter shame waiting for the bathroom that they don't even have to use as I munch, oblivious, on my salad until their partner comes out and the two have to have a conversation about the failed event using only their eyes. Okay, not completely related, but my sister was in the bathroom on a flight and the captain announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, we will be experiencing some slight turbulence." Suddenly the plane dropped, then shuddered and stabilized. IDK, what the hell kind of turbulence that was? All I know is I heard the most blood-curdling scream come from the bathroom. My sister comes out of the bathroom like she had just looked into the eyes of death. I suppose she thought we were crashing lol. When she sat down, she informed me that she had just fallen off the toilet. So it's safe to say I will never attempt to join the Mile High Club. Just imagine.